Ajá, ajá.
Me oigo.
Ah, ok. ¿Cómo estás, César? ¿Cómo te va?
Bien, muy bien.
Ah, bueno, aquí estamos y por aquí andamos. Mira, es el punto acerca intuitivo que hace todo el mundo, señalarse el corazón. Y en una parte, Ramana habla acerca de ese punto del corazón. Entonces, es para despejar, pues, para que me despejes eso con claridad. Que, porque se confunde, hay una confusión, porque entonces la gente cree que es el corazón, el órgano del corazón, el músculo cardíaco, y no tiene nada que ver con eso. ¿Eh? Entonces, eh, eh, entonces ese es el enfoque, ¿ves? Para dilucidar bien esa parte. Porque también te lo comparo, porque los chinos en el Tao hablan fíjate esta frase que manejan, en el corazón vive el emperador y el emperador siempre está alegre. Y nadie se le puede dirigir al corazón, sino solo el maestro del corazón, que le hablará de buena manera. Así le esté hablando del caos más grande. Él le sabe hablar de buena manera para que el emperador mantenga su alegría. Fíjate, poético, pues. Pero veo un símil entre los dos, entendiendo el emperador como el ser, pues.
A un segundo. ¿Sí?
Dale, pues. No, si no tengo gripa, estoy hablando directo. No, él se rompe porque está hablando con alguien.
Sí, se podría, digamos, supongamos que tú dices que Mérida es el corazón de los Andes, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Corazón en este caso quiere decir el centro o la fuente,
Exacto.
que es otro nombre para la conciencia o la realidad o el ser o
Ujú,
el absoluto, como lo quieran llamar.
ujú,
Entonces, morar en el corazón. ¿Sí? Me lleva la mente al corazón, es llevar la atención al centro, a la fuente, a la conciencia, ¿sí?
ujú.
Al lugar de origen del pensamiento yo o yo soy el cuerpo. Básicamente eso.
Ahí donde esa acción intuitiva de señalarse, cuando dice yo, así, soy yo, cualquier
Ahí,
cosa yo.
ahí se refiere hacia el lado derecho del pecho,
Ajá.
donde hay una especie de vibración, pero esa vibración está en un sustrato que pareciera estar allí mismo, ¿sí? Desde donde, lo que pasa es que ya tendríamos un lugar desde donde la conciencia percibe el mundo y no puedes ponerla en un lugar porque no puedes encapsularla en tiempo y espacio porque
Claro,
está más allá de tiempo y espacio.
es absoluto, pues.
Ricardo debe haber salido del Samad y preparando la pregunta yo.
Bueno, como, como
No,
dicen por ahí,
estoy echando broma.
esperémosle.
No, no, estoy echando broma.
Ah, ok. Ok, siguiendo la...
En este sentido, ok, lo que es interesante, le iba a enviar un mensaje a Ricardo inclusive acerca de eso. Hay un término que llaman spurana, que es el spurana es, aquí están los 40 versos acerca de la realidad, Ramana Maharshi. ¿Ok? Y
Ah, ok.
esta traducción, aquí se involucró en esta edición Michael James, que es un erudito en Tamil británico, creo. Tiene videos por YouTube y prácticamente cuando habla de las enseñanzas de Ramana Maharshi, se enfoca en los 40 versos acerca de la realidad Saddarshana en sánscrito y Ularpadu en Tamil. Entonces, aquí habla del corazón, de lo que estás mencionando. ¿Ok? Lo estaba leyendo hace un rato. Entonces, dice que el corazón es el lugar de donde surge la espurana y se refieren a la espurana como la sensación del yo en el corazón. Pero utilizan la palabra sensación, es decir, esa sensación de ser, el conocimiento de ser, que es como una sensación, ¿verdad? Esa sensación de ser. Esa sensación de ser surge del corazón, ¿sí?
Ya va, César, que
Mm.
esa parte que hablaste se quedó pegada, te quedaste mudo en el aire, pues.
Entonces,
Cuando empezaste a hablar, repeat the
entonces
question, please.
en dónde te quedaste? Porque no,
Arrancadito.
¿ah?
Desde que comenzaste, se paralizó el audio.
No sé, creo que tienes
También.
tienes feedback por ahí en tu propio sonido alrededor.
Sí, Mario, Mario, apaga eso. Ajá, ahora sí se oye bien.
La sensación, el pensamiento yo surge del corazón, de la conciencia,
Ajá.
del ser, como lo quieran llamar. De una u otra forma, la atención se va hacia el lado derecho del pecho. Que no busque el lugar de origen de la mente, la atención se va hacia el lado derecho del pecho.
Ujú.
Y ahí hay una especie de vibración o de pulsación. Pero después nos damos cuenta que también hay una conciencia allí, ¿sí? Viva. Pero entonces tendríamos que decir que desde allí, en un lugar en particular en el cuerpo, hay conciencia. Pero entonces no puede ser porque no podríamos limitar al absoluto sí, limitarlo a un lugar en el cuerpo, no está en el cuerpo. No puede estar en el cuerpo, todo está en la conciencia no está en
Sí,
ningún lado. Pero de una manera u otra manera ahí se refleja una especie de sensación,
ok. Una sensación. Ok.
una vibración o una pulsación o como una especie de dinamo o una fuente de poder o un generador o algo. Sí, son formas de explicarlo.
Es como, sí, como diciendo una presencia. Aquí estoy, pues.
Mm. Al principio se siente como una pulsación, esa pulsación cesa, y lo que queda es una especie de, no sé cómo llamarlo, eso es conciencia. La conciencia está viva, no puede ser inerte. Para ser consciente, si tiene que ser consciente, tiene que ser inteligente y tiene que estar viva. O sea, la vida no puede surgir de algo que esté muerto. Es decir, todo no puede surgir de algo que no exista, de una nada. Esa nada quiere decir que no tiene nada de nombre o nada de forma, que no tiene nombre ni forma, el vacío de nombre y de forma. Pero no un vacío como se interpreta de muchas formas. Lo que la gente entiende como vacío es la ignorancia, ¿sí? La nesciencia. Y si es percibida,
Ujú.
no puede ser la realidad. O sea, cualquier cosa que sea percibida y conocida
Sí, ya
no puede ser la realidad.
está de este lado ya.
Mm. Está en el lado de lo conocido, de lo visto, lo atestiguado,
Y lo manifestado, pues.
correcto, de lo que hay conciencia de. Mm. Mm. ¿Respondí tu pregunta?
Sí, sí, sí. Era eso, o sea, tener la certeza de eso que me estás diciendo, pues. Sí, de no llevarlo ni a lo físico, ni a lo mental, ni nada, sino eso.
Sí, aquí está. Generalmente todos los libros espirituales en India comienzan como una especie de oración. Y aquí la oración que Ramana utiliza para cuando se escribe este libro, dice, puede haber la sensación de yo sin eso que existe siempre. Es decir, puede existir la mente sin eso que existe siempre, sea separado, independiente, ¿no? Entonces,
Ajá,
libre de pensamientos, existe este ser eterno, el corazón, ¿sí? Entonces, y aquí lo llaman el corazón, al absoluto, al ser, a la... ¿Cómo conocer entonces eso que está más allá de la mente? Conocerlo es morar firmemente en el corazón. El pensamiento yo es
y morar, ser.
el pensamiento yo es el primero a morir en morir para aquellos que se han refugiado del miedo a la muerte, a los pies del conquistador de la muerte. En adelante son naturalmente inmortales. Pueden ser asaltados alguna vez de nuevo por el miedo a la muerte. Ese es el principio sí. Si al buscador el pensamiento yo es el primero en morir para aquellos que se han refugiado del miedo de la muerte a los pies del conquistador de la muerte. O sea, para los otros, sí, van matando un pensamiento, otro pensamiento, otro pensamiento. Sí, para este tipo de buscadores, sí, lo primero en morir es el pensamiento yo, porque es llevar el pensamiento yo a la fuente. ¿Dónde surge el pensamiento yo o yo soy el cuerpo? ¿O quién piensa yo soy el
Claro.
cuerpo? ¿O dónde aparece ese pensamiento? A ver,
Y
excelente. De la indagación, ¿no? Y denomina, Ramán aquí denomina todas las escuelas de conocimiento como necedad aprendida. Aquí lo tradujeron como necedad. ¿Dónde se fue Johan? ¿Se fue? ¿Se salió? Sí. Se le cayó. H, I, a ver si. necedad aprendida. Ahí se aparece otra vez por ahí.
Activar audio. Ok.
Ajá. Se te cayó el internet o algo.
Sí, así. Tú sabes que en no, no sé si es todo o... Tú sabes que estoy aquí por la montaña y
Ujú.
ha estado bastante bueno todos estos días, pero de esta tarde, no sé si pasó con todo o aquí nada más. Esa entrada y salida. Para esto que estamos hablando, esto que hablaste lo último, fíjate que engrana muy bien. Bueno, es el sello de cuando hablamos de la muerte, del miedo a la muerte. Con esta barajita llenamos la página. Eso está en los 40 versos, me dijiste,
Sí, al
de
principio,
Ramana.
sí.
Ah, ok. Yo los
Eso,
tengo por ahí.
ese libro está, creo que está
Ah, bueno.
en el chat del grupo creo que está. Si no, lo puedo colocar ahora.
Ok. Mire, yo me conseguí este libro viejo, mira.
Ya, dame un segundo para buscarlo.
Ramana Maharshi y la senda del conocimiento mismo. Ese mismo. Ya, oh, ya va. Ve el libro ese que va, los 40 versos, digo, para verlos ahora.
Creo que alguien ya lo publicó. Alguien siempre se me adelanta, ¿no?
Ah, bueno, está ahí en la información, solo información.
Ah, ya voy. No, solo información es solamente para información. Está
Ajá.
en el otro, el de preguntas y respuestas.
Respuesta.
Sí, ya la encontré
Ah, ok,
aquí.
ok.
Ya
Ok,
lo,
lo busco.
ya lo coloco aquí. Ahí está.
Ok. Mira este libro, imagínate, es de Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Maharshi, y la senda del conocimiento de sí mismo.
Ujú.
Osborne.
Arthur Osborne, sí.
Sí, esto fue una herencia que cogí yo por ahí. Esto lo compraron en Caracas, imagínate, cuando los teléfonos en Caracas tenían 6 números, 414324.
Ese es de los primeros occidentales que dio a conocer
Sí,
el conocimiento de Ramana Maharshi.
sí, aquí lo tengo.
Era un periodista, él.
Sí, sí, ahí lo tengo.
Periodista y escritor.
Libro viejo que me llegó así de rebote. Por cierto. No, después lo leo.
Ni el sueño profundo ni la cognición de los objetos es conocimiento. En el verdadero estado, que es diferente de ambos, no hay ningún conocimiento de objetos, solo brilla la conciencia, por lo tanto, no es un vacío. Sí,
Oye, sí, eso va más allá de todo, pues.
sí, ese concepto de vacío está mal utilizado, el concepto equivocado, errado.
Esto se basa en la física. El concepto vacío que reina por ahí es la física. El vacío que supuestamente hacen en laboratorio para hacer unos experimentos. Ese es el vacío que se usa.
Y es físico, es fenoménico.
Por eso digo que es ese orden, pues.
Mm.
No, 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 no tiene que ver nada con. Es igual cuando hablan de absoluto, científicamente, ¿no? Es puras palabras, pues. No, no. es- la ciencia en sí la ciencia es muy, como digo yo, la ciencia es muy farandulera. ¿Ah? Igual que tú ves ahorita que hay mucho bueno, esoterismo farandulero, mucho, mucho. El marketing es fuerte. Fíjate la idea que me, que estoy atrapado, que me está aterrizando ahorita. Yo la veo ahora con la concepción de que todo viene del absoluto, pues, que es la gracia, que se ve en la reproducción de la mujer, de los animales, que salen, hay un óvulo que se encuentra ya en los cuernos uterinos y vienen una millonada de espermatozoides y llega uno. Yo me acuerdo en una clase allá en la universidad, en la facultad, dando eso, dijeron, ¿no? A esto mismo que te acabo de decir, tantos millones y llega uno. Y dijeron por el azar. Oye, eso me pegó duro. Yo me paré y le dije, mire, mi doctor, oye, eso del azar suena hasta feo. Estamos hablando, vienes así una armonía y me dices que llega al azar. En este universo, aquí no hay nada al azar. Yo creo que decide el azar es no ser humilde y no reconocer que uno no sabe por qué llega. Entonces, mejor decir, llega uno porque llegó uno y lo dejas ahí. Y, y esa conversación que tuve ahí en la aula de clase, oye, al profesor, al doctor le cayó viejo. Oye, ¿verdad? Tienes razón, me dijo. Oye, ¿verdad que así? Voy a tomar eso así. Tienes razón. Eso cuando veo aquí de esto que estamos hablando del absoluto, estas cosas que podemos decir que son mágicas, porque vamos a poner un nombre, porque tiene este cuerpo, uno tiene un cuerpo y uno cree que el cuerpo es de uno. Ahí es donde empieza la demencia, ¿no? Que el cuerpo es de uno. Y uno no hace absolutamente nada, nada, nada. Cuando uno se mete por esos caminos de viendo libros de anatomía, fisiología, bioquímica, bueno, queda maravillado, ¿no? Y ve la pretensión de decir, este cuerpo es mío. Y de ahí empieza la demencia, porque si tú crees que este cuerpo es mío, ahí está el pensamiento yo, pero bien entronado, pues, bien atornillado. ¿Ah? Y la frescura llega más todavía cuando dice, esta es mi mujer. No, ¿ah? Para terminarla, pues. ¿Ah? Doble play la jugada. ¿Ah? Oye, es horrible, pues, es horrible. Yo me acuerdo que en mis tiempos de mozo, de bisoño, no me gustaba decirle mí, que si mi novia me sonaba mal. Bueno, mi compañera, porque caminamos juntos ahí. Y eso traía, tú sabes, los roces, ¿no? Y de esto que estamos hablando, mira, del corazón, el absoluto y esta manifestación maravillosa de un cuerpo, decir que es mi cuerpo, yo creo que ahí está un material de reflexión para empezar a desbaratar encajes. Esto me salió porque estamos hablando del corazón. Un presente, presente. Mira, César, eso del gurú, sobre todo, tú sabes que hablan de un gurú, del gurú interno, del gurú externo, y aquellas divisiones. Pero me encontré, no me recuerdo a quién, que empalmaba el Satguru para Brahman, o sea, diciendo, lo entendí, pues, que el gurú, el ser, o sea, lo que decíamos, todo siempre es el absoluto, pues.
No, se refiere a
Y
que
ese que,
el verdadero y único gurú es el ser.
ajá, eso.
El gurú físico, el externo, dice que el verdadero gurú es el interno. El individuo que aparentemente se presenta como lo que se conoce como gurú, dice que el gurú es el ser. O sea, el individuo no puede ser el gurú, sino el ser, la conciencia. La mano decía que el peor error que podía cometer un individuo era de presentarse como el gurú. Cámbiale el nombre en la era moderna como facilitador, coach.
Ahora el coach está de moda, el coaching. Pero imagínate, coach, ahorita tú le das una patada a una caja vacía y salen como 100. ¿Ah?
Mm,
Me- entonces, supuestamente, fíjate, en este mundo de gran apertura, de todo está ahí, pero como todo está ahí, entonces la confusión se da banquete. Yo veo así cuando habla alguien centrado, gurú, maestro, el nombre no importa, pero es la conciencia misma, el ser expresándose, de la conciencia hablando con la conciencia misma. Cuando es, vamos a decir, genuinamente hablando, pues, lo
La,
veo por allí.
la conciencia no
Ajá.
dice, la conciencia no dice nada.
Sí, yo te digo, pues de ser a ser, es para buscar una expresión literaria, ¿no? O sea, que es algo que es verdadero, pues que es cierto, que no se pierde en el pajonal de esta vida. Entonces lo veo así, pues. Entonces uno que, por ejemplo, ahora que uno tiene la oportunidad de oír tantos, yo he oído discursos de Saibaba y lo veo como en esto que estamos hablando. Y él mismo decía, pues, que él no se vendía como monada. Pero tú sabes que Saibaba lo atacaron 300.000 maneras, ¿no?
Ujú.
Pero a eso no importa, pues. Ahí estaba, pues. Entonces, los que dudan, los que buscan por ahí, entonces comerán eso. Pero si tú te sientas en la palabra y verlo, pues, tratarlo de percibir, te das, yo me di cuenta, por ejemplo, así, pues. Y cuando te oigo hablar a ti, confirmo eso que yo también lo vi, pues. El caso que tuyo, bueno, tú tuviste de presencia física inclusive, ¿eh?
Sí.
Yo no lo tuve, pero lo tuve de esta manera, pues. ¿Entiendes? Me quedé como si estuviera ahí, pues. Dije, perfecto, dije, ahí está, pues, ahí está. Entonces, así hay varios personajes que ponerle el nombre, que la gente le pone personajes que yo veo bien acertados. Y otro en esta conversa, otro que me llamó también mucho la atención y en este orden, es Robert Adams, un neoyorquino que estuvo allá con Ramana precisamente, fue para allá.
Aparentemente no hay registros de eso.
Aparentemente no hay.
Aparentemente no hay registros de eso.
Sí, yo lo que he leído inclusive supuesta biografía, que desde chiquito lo vio, pues, cuando lo encontró por allá se dio cuenta, pues. Sí, hay una, pero cuando yo lo veo a él también, lo veo hablando siempre desde la humildad, pues. No lo veo así buscando cartel, ni, ni diciendo, bueno, aquí llegó el rey de la pachanga, pues. Lo veía así, pues. Pero te digo, ahí digo, mira, porque yo me decía cuando me conseguía Robert, nadie, oye, por aquí tiene que estar oye, un compadre que coño, no aparece nadie por aquí. ¿Ah? A ti. ¿Ah? Mi compadre, me pareció compadre, como dicen por ahí, y ahí fue riado, yo me pareció compadre. ¿Eh? Entonces, para mí es bastante satisfactorio y grato, pues, de que el orden de pensamiento, bueno, me, me asentó previamente. Por eso es que estoy sentadito aquí. ¿Ah? Y lo que yo decía, pues, todos hablan inglés, que si ta. Entonces, oye, tiene que venir, chico, no, ¿ah? Uno de aquí. Mire, estaba allá más allá de tierra firme, compadre, allá en Magadita. ¿Ah? Mire, tú estabas allá, yo con un amigo que estábamos en estas cosas, por cierto, está muy alejado. Decía, hay que ir para Margarita, vale, vamos a instalar la Navidad, sin saber que tú estabas por allá. Mire, Margarita, como decía, en Margarita es la cosa. ¿Ah? Hay que ir para allá. ¿Ah? Dije, entonces la brújula está funcionando sencillamente.
¿No?
Y Ricardo se perdió.
Espero.
Mario está escondida. Mire, yo me animo a hablar porque veo que tú lo has expresado. Dice, yo estoy aquí, ¿vale? Entonces pasa el tiempo, yo veo 10, 15 minutos, media hora, digo, no aparece nadie. Puede ser si estamos en una actitud de silencio, de esa exacta de silencio, está bien. Pero aquí yo lo veo a eso como tú dices. Mira, aquí estoy yo y digan lo que diga, pues. Eso no es ningún examen, no hay evaluación. Cruza en la calle que no viene carro. Cruza ahora que no viene carro. Entonces hay mucha aprehensión ahí, ¿no? Porque también hay la cuestión de que el escucha, cuando uno escucha, es como si uno preguntara también, está a ese lado. Uno se siente identificado en esa conversación de ese momento. Estoy animando la barra. Dios mío.
¿Cuál es el número para entrar por Zoom? Ah, Yo he venido a encender la lámpara del amor en sus corazones, para hacer que cada día ilumine con renovado brillo. Yo no he venido en nombre de ninguna religión. Yo no he venido en ninguna misión de publicidad para ninguna secta, credo o causa, ni he venido a reclutar seguidores para ninguna doctrina. Yo no tengo planes de atraer discípulos ni devotos a mi causa o a ninguna causa. Yo he venido a hablarles de esta fe unitaria, de este principio espiritual, de este camino de amor, de esta virtud de amor, de este deber de amor, de esta obligación de amor. Satya Sai Baba.
Sabía que era él. Me dio. Y ese es Saibaba, dije yo. Sí, lo que estábamos hablando, fíjate, ¿ves? Eso lo preciso siempre porque él no llama, hay uno que le saca todos los audios en castellano, conversaciones, discursos, le ponen discursos, tal, quién soy yo, y le pone un nombre y va sacando. Pero en todo veo eso que tocaba decir, que él da énfasis siempre a eso. Siempre se lo veo. Da énfasis a eso. Sati Sai Baba.
Aquí está Gladys. Le damos un chancecito a Gladys.
Claro, estamos esperando aquí a alguien que agarre el batón. Estamos pendientes entonces, César.
Ok,
Estamos así, tú sabes, en relleno, que no quede el auditorio vacío.
ok.
Bueno, bueno, gracias.
Lola, no, ahorita no puedo. Venga para acá, por favor. Gracias. Gladys, te oigo.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Una pregunta simple, sencilla. Digo, quería preguntar si en verdad los pensamientos se van a detener durante el día, bueno, cuando estoy trabajando, cuando estoy en otra cosa, si se van a detener, la corriente de pensamiento se puede detener.
Sucede,
Y,
sucede a diario
y
de manera espontánea, no, no nos damos cuenta, no le prestamos atención.
sí,
Sí,
es que cuando estoy trabajando en la casa, este, yo veo los pensamientos, ¿no? O sea, ya me doy cuenta, soy consciente. Pero yo pensaba, bueno, no sé, sentía que si uno pone atención a la conciencia, si la atención está puesta en la conciencia, y no le hace caso, los pensamientos seguirán pasando, yo no sé, no darle importancia.
¿esa es una teoría o qué?
Sí, es una teoría mía. Digo, no sé. Bueno, digamos, no es mía porque me acordé.
Observa al yo que dice todo eso y se queda sin pensamiento.
Claro, bueno, era lo mismo que estaba diciendo yo, que estaba diciendo que poner atención a la conciencia y ya no pasan entonces los pensamientos, se cortan.
¿Sí?
Mi atención está, no sé si pasan o no pasan, pero si mi atención está puesta en la conciencia, en lo que es, yo no me entero de los pensamientos. Mi mente no se entera, no sé. Que dije algún disparate. No, porque me parece que como que le damos demasiada importancia a los pensamientos. Y no sé si los pensamientos no van a seguir pasando.
Ahora, ¿de dónde surgen los pensamientos? Si indagas, los pensamientos desaparecen.
Claro, pero cuando uno deja de indagar, sigue pasando los pensamientos.
La capacidad de pensar no se pierde, ni la memoria. Para ciertas cosas de la vida diaria necesitas la mente. La mente para las actividades diarias es una maravilla, pero para realizar el ser no sirve. Tiene que estar quieta. No
Para,
puede-
no te escuché bien. Para,
Para la vida diaria la mente es necesaria,
sí,
pero para la realización
eso
del
sí,
ser no.
para la realización del ser. Bueno, está bien.
Para la realización del ser la mente tiene que estar quieta y la mente se queda quieta sumergiéndola en su fuente, en su lugar de origen, ¿sí? Por medio de la búsqueda del lugar de origen de la mente. A ver, todos estos pensamientos que tengo ahora, ¿de dónde surgieron? A ver, así se van, así,
Sí,
aunque sea por una fracción de segundo. Hasta ahí llega la indagación, ¿sí? De que es que dejar que la mente se vaya disolviendo en su fuente. Como todavía le queda algo, algún deseo, alguna creencia, alguna tendencia, una idea preconcebida, entonces vuelve a surgir. Hay que volverla a sumergir hasta que todo eso quede reducido a ceniza, ¿no? O sea, es el pensamiento yo soy el cuerpo el que no surge más. No, no se detiene la capacidad de pensar, ¿sí? Si hace falta, la mente funciona como instrumento maravillosamente. Y cuando no hace falta, simplemente se queda quieta. Es el pensamiento yo soy el cuerpo el que no surge más. Esa es la desaparición de la mente, no la desaparición de la capacidad de pensar o la desaparición de la memoria o la capacidad de sentir. Es la identificación con el cuerpo lo que desaparece. El pensamiento yo o pensamiento yo soy el cuerpo desaparece y no surge más. Cuando no surge más se llama realización. Cuando
sí,
desaparece temporalmente se llama atisbo.
sí, eso lo entiendo, pero la pregunta mía era si aún cuando la idea de yo soy el cuerpo desapareció, ¿siguen los pensamientos?
La respuesta se te dio, yo entiendo. Pero aún
La
así,
respuesta-
aún así dices, no, yo eso lo entiendo. Y la respuesta a esa pregunta se acaba de dar. Lo que desaparece es el pensamiento yo soy el cuerpo y con el pensamiento yo soy el cuerpo todas las tendencias. Sino la capacidad de pensar como tal, no la mente como instrumento, sino esa mente práctica, que después el ego funciona de manera eficiente.
No, eso sí, pero hay pensamientos, hay tonterías que aparecen de pensamientos. No sé, a mí
Hablas de
me
tu
pasa, no
casa.
sé a los demás. ¿Eh?
Sí, pero los demás no, los demás, cada quien en lo suyo. Entonces, todo eso hay que sumergir a la mente en su fuente una y otra vez, cuantas veces sea necesario. Cada vez que surja, cuando dice a mí me pasa esto, a mí me pasa esto, ¿sí? Mi o yo significa Gladys. Este es el pensamiento yo allí. Quien pregunta ahora es Gladys. Preguntas como Gladys, preguntas como ego, como individuo. Preguntas como el pensamiento yo o yo soy el cuerpo. Cada vez que ese pensamiento surja, cada vez que te veas identificada como el cuerpo, entonces ve de dónde surgió la identificación o el pensamiento yo soy el cuerpo, que es lo mismo.
¿De dónde surgió? ¿De dónde surge? Surge de la conciencia
No,
todo.
no, no, no es una
No
adivinanza.
hay
No, no, no es una adivinanza. Es observación. ¿Sí? Si uno se pregunta a sí mismo, si uno se observa a sí mismo, pues, ¿quién piensa? Yo. ¿De dónde surgen los pensamientos de mí? Entonces la atención va hacia mí mismo, a eso que se conoce aquí y ahora como yo. Y desaparecen los pensamientos. Y luego el pensamiento yo también desaparece. Los pensamientos se disuelven en el pensador y el pensador se disuelve en su fuente. Los pensamientos se disuelven en la mente y la mente se disuelve en la conciencia, que es su fuente. Pero no se trata de sentarse aquí a adivinar, a ver si es, si no es, es indagar. Si cualquier cosa,
No, si yo indago, pero a veces, ¿sabes lo que me confunde? Que, ¿por qué dividimos la mente, el yo? Si todo es la conciencia, la mente también es la conciencia.
y la mente
El
ahora,
yo es la conciencia.
la mente está utilizando eso que está diciendo para seguir pensando y no quedarse quieta. Pero si yo también soy la conciencia, entonces déjenme quieta, yo estoy aquí y ya está.
No sé, habla la mente. No, no tengo, no tengo problema en seguir indagando ni nada, pero bueno, esas son mis dudas. Las dudas de la mente.
¿Quién es el
Pero
que...
igual es un rol de la conciencia, ¿o no?
Entonces, esas son justificaciones del ego para seguir vivo.
Bueno, este higo. Está bien. Eh, Voy a hacer lo que hiciste vos, ¿no? Hacerle caso y hacer las cosas, aunque a pesar de que tenga dudas, y hacer lo que tenga que hacer.
No sé, a mí me lo dijeron una vez y después que me lo dijeron no dije más nada. Ya me dijeron haga esto y no sabía que podía hacerlo ahí mismo cuando me lo dijeron, en la reunión donde se me dijo, lleva la atención de lo visto al que ve, lo visto desaparece, el que ve desaparece, lo que queda es el acto de ver como la experiencia de ser. Me lo dijeron una vez, ya, listo. Ya me dijeron lo que me tenían que decir. Yo hice la pregunta y me dieron la respuesta. Y simplemente esperé un rato, una tarde, y busqué un sitio lo más callado posible, me senté solo e hice lo que me dijeron. Y el Señor tenía razón. Me di cuenta por mí mismo que lo que me habían dicho era verdad.
Mm,
El ego surgió otra vez y volvía a surgir, pero ya sabía cómo. volverlo a sumergir en su fuente hasta el sol de hoy, no lo he visto más. No he visto más a la serpiente, solamente la cuerda.
Sí, bueno, era eso nada más. Ya está, claro, por el momento está claro. Así que muchas gracias.
A la orden.
Hi, Caesar.
How are you, Terry?
Yeah, well, thanks. How are you?
Good, I'm good.
Hey, Caesar.
Hi, Shani, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Fine, fine.
Good. I sent you a message via WhatsApp
All right, yes.
on Monday. Was it Monday?
Yeah.
So I just I was a little bit embarrassed to say it out loud, but I'll just say it. So we were off work for a couple of weeks, which was wonderful. And then we started back at work, and I'm in sales, and I found it really challenging this week to want to go out into the world because I felt like we had such a wonderful time just to retreat and, come back home essentially. And then thinking about driving in Perth just totally freaked me out. And I was just every day battling. I'm like, I don't want to deal with anyone. I found it really challenging to want to go be in the world again at that capacity. So I was just thinking like, maybe it's just too busy for me now here, but I can't just hide as the nature of my work and just the nature of life. So I was really aware of my thoughts, but they were just so powerful and controlling and almost like debilitating. So by Friday, I was okay, and I was able to get back out and sort of slowly integrate. But I'm not sure what happened because it was really, really strong. But I also did a week-long yoga with someone, so maybe I just was able to be within and then having to pull myself back out. Maybe that was the challenge. I don't know. So I was just trying to think, what is a way when the mind is like, you can't go out into the world because everyone sucks, for lack of a better term, to just coming back to center, being present, and then just going out with that awareness and that presence.
I don't know, all this for me is too new agey about being present, presence and all that stuff. It's simpler than that. If there are thoughts, there must be a place from where they emerged. So if I want thoughts to go, I must send them back to its source by inquiring from where these thoughts arose. Or who is this I that wants this and the other and doesn't want this and the other? Who is it? Either who is it or from where it emerged? And crestfallen, in a split second, it's gone. And I am in the car, driving in Perth, see, going wherever. whatever is meant to be doing. Right?
I have to stop being so triggered by
There is
people who
another,
drive.
yes, there is a choice. See, if the attention goes to the world,
Yeah.
right, to the object, then the mind jumps and bumps. Right?
Mm.
His attention is focused on the attention itself, right? The attention falls on the attention because that's basically what mind is, attention.
Mm.
When it is directed towards the object, it's called mind. See? The attention gets externalized through the senses, right?
Mhm.
Then the mind grabs an object. And the first object that grabs, to go out, it needs a vehicle, right? To go for a ride, it needs a car. So the first object that grabs is the body.
Mm.
And then it goes out. Gets in the car and goes out for a drive, see? And sees other bodies, other objects, right? And it starts, like it, dislike it, why this, why that, how come, and oh, good Lord, and oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing in Persia? I should have stayed there, and what should I do? Where should I go? Another country, and my God, what a nightmare, right?
It is.
And then you say, who is this I? Who is saying so, right?
Mm.
Not a question, but just give it a good look to the thinker, right? To the I, to the one that is saying all that stuff, or see from where this I emerge, from where these thoughts emerges together with the thinker, right? So to seek for the source of the mind, which is thought, includes the thinker, right? So you look for the source of the thoughts, which is the mind, which includes the I thought. So the I thought, it goes into its source and brings with it all other thoughts. It's like all what the thought mind is thinking emerges by the thought I emerges and all the thoughts comes along, right?
Yep.
Then who is saying so? I. See, the attention is not on the thought, but on the I. See, you, he, she, it merges into I. Then who is this I? Or from where it arose? And then the I disappears.
Mm. I notice when I ask that to myself,
That was the
it
question.
feels like it goes,
The question is, what shall I do when this happens, right?
yes.
But don't use this as a painkiller, as a paracetamol or something, right?
Yeah.
Fix your attention there. Even if you fix it in the thought I, that will do too. If the thought I, see, if the mind is not grabbing an object, if the mind is alone, if the thinker is alone without any thoughts, if the thinker is free from thoughts, it will collapse, it will fall by its own weight.
Mm.
Because it's not holding on to something, right? So it's not holding on to something, it cannot hold itself to the body.
Mm. It's fascinating to watch the stories come up though, because I get these reoccurring stories, and it's like, okay, here's that story again.
No,
But I just let it.
the mind has its favorite objects, topics, right?
Mhm.
Tendencies that are holding on to a particular matter, family, an issue with a member of the family, my mother, my husband, my teacher in high school, I don't know, it can be anything, right? As favorite objects to think about, right?
Mhm.
To run after them or away from them. So love them, hate them, likes them, dislike them, accept them and reject them. For that, it must think about it. So when the mind is rejecting something, it's not because it's not thinking in that something.
Yeah.
It's because it's thinking about it, right? I will not think about this anymore, mind says. It's thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
And it's just repressing, suppressing. It is the object is the object is there, it hasn't let it go yet. See, I will not think about this, but still I have it in my hand.
Mhm.
I will not think about this. But it still is. I mean, I see that on, I saw that on myself. That's why I can speak. I've been there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Spirituality, India, the ashram, monastic, it can be anything. See? Likes, dislikes, accept, reject. And all this depends upon me.
Mm.
There's the I, and there is the subject and the object. See? That I like it or dislike it, accept it or reject it, I think it's good or bad, or right or wrong, accept them or accept it, blah, 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 blah. And it's something to think about, to talk about.
Mhm.
The attention goes from the object, right, to the subject. The object merges in the subject. The subject alone, the seer alone, see, because the seer, who is the seer of the soul? I, know. You say, oh, when I see this story, when I see, so that's the story, the scene, right? And attention goes to the seer, the scene disappears, the object disappears.
Mm.
And then the seer, the subject, without an object, it can't stand. And then it also disappears.
Mhm.
What remains is seeing. Experience as simply being. Being what? I don't know. Just being. Just to see. There is no seer, see, but what sees. See, what sees is what is. See, to see is to be.
Hmm.
To be what sees. What sees what? Nothing, right? Because what sees is different from the seer and the seen, right?
Mm.
It's always quiet. It's always, it is silence itself. The challenge is you're in society, you see, all these people talk, and then you keep quiet. And there's a price to pay for that.
Mm.
You may lose friends and family members,
Yeah.
maybe a job even. People may think that you are antisocial or, I don't know, withdrawn or whatever, right?
Mhm.
You are just not interested. Silence is very uncomfortable for the ego
Yeah,
because
but
the
it feels nice.
the ego is looking for a topic of conversation about something, see, to feed. See, it gets hungry and says, "Okay, let's go for something to eat," right?
Mm.
See, there is something I can complain about here. Ah, yeah, politics, that's a good one, right? The economy,
Or religion.
Minartis, or you go to Facebook, oh, here is something to think about, right?
Yeah. That's what I always found interesting when you meet someone new. Like this lady at yoga came up to me and she's like, I just want to say hello. And I said, oh, that's nice. And then we were walking, and then she started to complain about her life. And I was thinking, it's so strange when you first meet someone and then they just start to go down the negative path instead of, coming out of yoga and feeling amazing, which I don't like to talk normally. I like to be quiet. I ignore everyone and leave because I like to just stay in that beautiful feeling that I get. But I just found that really interesting when you meet someone new, or even your friends, and even like what I do to you. We're talking about the negative versus just being here.
When I was living in Puttaparthi, even my own brother, okay, gave me a nickname that basically that was my nickname for everybody. See, the radical. See, because
Radical?
people would see I was kind of too radical because people will say hi, I will say bye.
I like it.
Hi. I was not interested. Especially in those places. I didn't came here to socialize or to I came here to be quiet so you can. And at that time I was already quiet. I was not trying to be quiet. I was not trying. I was just hi, bye. See, hi and bye. Oh, Caesar, tomorrow is a meeting with this group. And good, very good. Bye. Okay. Thank you for the information. Tomorrow, so is going to give a lecture about this, that. Oh, good, very good. Thank you. Bye.
That's it. Done.
And then you are there with an avatar and say, oh, listen, to organizing a group to go to Hyderabad to see some temple. Say, you have this walking around here. What is that? Good luck on that. Have a nice time. Bye. See?
Yeah.
In the canteen, eating. Yes.
Oh,
I mean, it's hundreds or thousands of people passing through. See? Just looking for a quiet corner. So,
yeah.
but there's something that somebody always lands there and hi.
Hmm.
And mentally you are gone by.
Yes.
Good, very good.
Yeah, that's me too.
Mr. Mr. Ratan, he was somehow, he will highlight somehow for some reason. Also, he was a very funny character. With a little hat and the beard looks like a dwarf looking man. Cute, attractive for curiosity, right? And somebody will ask him, where are you from? I say, I am from God. Oh, which country? Country is my God. God is my country. When I die, I will go back to my country. When are you going back to your my country? When I go back, I go back to my country, knowing that this is where you're from. What are you doing here? Where are you going?
Yeah.
People will be shocked and he said, people think I'm crazy. They leave me alone. I can carry on with my afternoon walk in peace. Yeah. Having to answer all these silly questions.
Oh, I like that. So if people think you're crazy, they'll just leave you
Yes, they will
alone.
leave you alone. At some point, I was acting like a madman. I literally said, what's wrong with him? Everybody went away.
Right.
See, so reputation is the spoiled. Fantastic. They say that you like good, let them say whatever they, as long as they don't come
Mm.
and tell me, that's fine.
It's none of our business what they think anyways.
What can I do?
Mm. Because I remember in my yoga training, when I was doing my teacher training, after class, everyone would want to go to lunch, but I would go hide in the trees. And they would always say, why don't you come with us to lunch? So I went once and and that's why I don't go. So I just continued to hop the fence and go to the trees during our break. Because and I always thought, like, what's wrong with me? Why don't I want to just engage with everybody? But it's just too much.
No,
And I
but
like that.
one thing is, I mean, if I have no choice, right? Because you may not have the choice to escape a conversation or a person or a relationship, or like a family member or something. See, you have to deal with that, right? But then you deal with it and that's all. See, there's no, you do what you have to do, say what you have to say, hear what you have to hear, right? And you move on,
Mm.
either to your bedroom or to your house. You know what I'm saying? Or you hang the phone, right? So at some point it's going to be over. At least you have to go to bed, or the other person, right? There will be a moment of, there will be a break, right?
Mhm.
But during the process, you are withdrawn. See, you are absent. Even when you are active, you are absent. You are mentally absent. See, you are not mentally involved in the situation. So mentally involved means it's not that you are not talking, you are not thinking. So the I thought is absent. See, this is the mind. The mind is the thought. I am the body. See, it's absent. So you are absent. That doesn't mean that you don't think or speak or act or feel. It's just you as an individual are not there.
Mhm.
What people see this, you can help it. They may see an individual dealing with an individual or a person with somebody else, right? That I can do nothing about it, right? And I give you more sense of entitlement, right? I said, he can't help it. So that's it. This is my, see, you sing your song and that's all. People may like it or not, accept it or not, understand it or not, believe it or not. That's my song, and that's it. Now that's what I think, that's what I said, that's what I do, or whatever it is. I'm telling you, that has been my close people that you simply can't, that's it. Not possible to have a relationship. Love them, right? That you can love the whole universe, but you cannot have a relationship. You may not be able to have a relationship with everybody. You love everybody, you may not be able to have a relationship with, perhaps even with anybody. You love all, but you can't be with all because the ego sense makes it impossible or difficult or complicated or annoying or, you know. And if you have a choice to remove yourself, woof, if I see the door open, I'm gone. If I can't, then just you are inwardly gone. Mm. Okay.
Ew.
I recently got in touch with such a nice person from Moldavia. Showed up, very dear to me, and near to, at least at that time. Got in touch with me after years. Oh, I am in Tiruvannamalai, you are missed here, and many people are wondering, see what happened. See, many people say so many things, but nobody writes to me. They know how to find me, right? On Facebook and ask or nothing. They miss you. Why don't they come? Right?
Yeah.
Why don't they write?
That's my favorite. I think about you. I think of you. Well, then you don't write or call, but it's just in the thought.
You think of me, I think of you. Can't help it. I can hear you, you may hear me back. Somehow. Because your thoughts, your questions about today were about basically recent events. I would say this morning, even Saturday, you were not even working. See? I have no mind but for you guys. Or whoever is in need of this in one way or another, right? Financially, emotionally, like a father, like a husband, like a I don't know what am I for, like a guide or whatever it is.
But it's good.
For
It
me,
helps.
the bananas for the monkey, the place to throw the body to rest. Maybe go for a walk, some vitamin D from the sun or something, warm up, and a bit of a stretching. So, to be honest with you, even the care that I do for this body is for, so perhaps it's more comfortable to do this, like.
Yeah.
Because see, you can go from Perth to Melbourne, right? You can go in a crappy car or you can go in a BMW AC leather couch. You will prefer, obviously, Danilo.
Yeah.
Right? So,
For my own jet plane.
yes, something like that. Because what else do you want for yourself? If I am all, I have all. I say if I don't have it, I am all. So what is missing?
Mm.
You can say that all this is mine, right? Isn't it? All this is because I am, right? So what am I
Yeah.
missing? What am I missing? What am I lacking? What is there even to desire, right?
Yeah.
So what is left for me or for somebody like this? Yes, what can I do for you? Basically, if it is an actual demand, it's not like you don't go outside also, see, to save the world and to see, somebody ask, I'm here. And if I can, I will.
Yeah.
I cannot give what I don't have or what I don't know.
But it does help us,
Mhm.
that reminder to get when you get a little bit stuck. And I guess utilize what you tell us.
Mhm.
That little thing sometimes gets so powerful.
It's natural. We get overwhelmed by things, events and stuff. Have you seen that Ramanas didn't have quarrels with people in the ashram or didn't have to deal with stuff? And
Did you live at the ashram?
no, in Ramana ashram, I stay once only inside. To be honest with you, I was going to the ashram, but since I went the first time, it was Arunachala mostly. Ramana, of course, right? But I didn't stay. I stayed once because some family members wanted to go and stay there, so we booked a room and stayed for a week there. So normally when I go to Tiru, I don't stay in the ashram.
Did you stay with your teacher when you were there?
In the ashram, no, I went alone. Actually, my first trip to Tiruvannamalai was before I met Mr. Ratanlal. Baba said, I'm going for 10 days. Don't follow me. I will leave the ashram open so you can have accommodation and food. Canteen will be working. And I said, no, if you go, I go. This is a madhouse. Let's stay here for this suitcases. So you go, I go. And I don't want to waste my time. 10 days, that's a lot. Want to carry on with my thing. And I was already nearly having 6 months in India, right? Nearly, my visa was about to expire and all that stuff. And I say, well, I came here and still, see, I have to go soon. And what is my thing here? Right? See, quiet mind will take place, but the no mind state didn't occur. So I felt that something more, something else. And then I say, if you go, I go. Where can I go? If I should go, right, where should I go? And I was sitting there in first line and he looked at me and smile and bless and carry on walking.
Mm.
And actually, my brother sent me a video yesterday of the very day when I came back from Tiruvannamalai. And because of the beer, I was already more relaxed. And I came back from Tiruvannamalai with beer. I was not dressing in white. I was more chill out, less spiritually stressed about enlightenment and seeking and all that stuff. Then darshan finished and somebody gave me a piece of paper with the address of Ramana Maharshi Ashram. Cesar, I think this is for you. Well, I'm just asking for an address. So this must be the answer, right? And I went to Tiruvannamalai. I just went outside, packed my things, and I went to Tiruvannamalai. And when I was in Ramana Ashram, I was in front of Ramana statue. I just lost body consciousness.
Mm.
If there is no body consciousness, there is nobody that you can identify yourself with, right? I went with a friend from Venezuela. And that friend shook me out of that state, literally.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't know for how long was I there. I don't know. I'm hungry. And actually for me too. And one of the person that is in charge of the accommodation in the ashram, I always forget his name. It's a very tough man, very strong man. He somehow appeared. I said, "You coming from Buddha party?" He said, "Yes." "Are you guys hungry?" I said, "Yes." "Would you like to eat with us?" I said, "Yes, thank you." And normally that doesn't happen. See, normally people that eat there, you have to stay there. They invite us for lunch. And we went for lunch. And after that, I was not really, I was just going around the hill or going climbing to the top. I was hanging around with sadhus around. I was remember a particular sadhu that I don't know, became fond of him. Then I came back to Puttaparthi. Actually, it was not Puttaparthi, it was Whitefield. And then I say, thank you. You know? Now I felt something. See, I felt really the impact of the trip, right? And I want to know more about this sage because I'm leaving in 2 days or something, right? I have to go back to Venezuela, ticket finished, money finished, visa finished, I have to go. And then I asked, I want to know more about this. I didn't go to the library, I didn't buy any book, I was just bliss out for 10 days. It's like, it doesn't matter where was I, what was I doing. It didn't make any difference, right? I was just happy.
Yeah.
Time, no reasons. It was sense of, I didn't even know what was going. Then I came back, I said, thank you. I want to, same thing. I was sitting in the same spot as Baba, the same gesture, smile, bless, goes on walking. And Darshan finished, I go out and somebody come and says, Cesar, there's a book. I'm not interested. Must be, maybe you're interested, maybe for you. And another guy from Argentina, he's Spanish speaking people. And that book was Be As You Are. See, from David Gorman, which is compilation of Ramana's teaching. And when I started reading the book, I said, my God, this is what happened there. Right?
We saw him at the ashram here. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He spoke at the ashram in Frio.
Yeah. 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 Last time I saw him also, I was walking to scan the ashram and I saw him there on the way. I never knew him personally, so I knew he was him, but I never even say hi or approach to just. He didn't look happy when I saw him, so
He didn't want to stop.
I don't know. So I didn't want to. Actually, I thought I wanted. They said, well, I have a chance to say thanks, you know. Oh, like as I come, you know, I saw your book and stuff, and it was so helpful. But somehow I didn't. I just saw him, you know, let's leave him alone. What is this thing? Maybe from here. Yeah. Strange. Why did they just send it to me a few days ago? I wonder if he deleted it and went out from my phone or something. This is strange. I just saw it this afternoon. No, here. Let me wait for this. Oh, yeah. We were just coming from there, and this is me here.
With the beard?
With the blues thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying thank you. See, what can I do? And it's my other two brothers there somehow.
Oh, right.
I was sitting in the same spot, first line, and they, thank you. Want to know about this? Mentally, of course, and I don't remember. Oh, Jesus, this starts by itself. The phone just switch on by itself the video. Mm.
Do you get many
And
people who come?
yeah, we were talking about it. Then I managed to go back to India very quickly. But the ego will come back. See, fuck. I said, no, why? So I was going in and out of body identity by itself, right? But I was tired of the in and out. See, how can I make this steady and permanent and stuff? I not really read the book and everything was there, but something still was like, oh God. And I went back and I noticed that Baba was already like, okay, my attachment to my personal God was an obstacle. So he started ignoring him. And then I said, okay, but I still need to talk to somebody. You know? Then I went back to India. Was again first line. I said, with whom can I talk? Right? Because obviously you directly no more. Indirectly is you're like a spirit of Santa Claus. I write a letter to you and the gift comes, right?
Right.
Fulfilling wish 3. I ask for something related to this and something happens, right? Okay. Then again, first line, look at me, smile, bless you, go on. Okay, I just have to wait for the person, right? And that day, the mandir was packed. And there are two entrances, the VIP and the VOP. See, the very ordinary people go here, VIP. I didn't know this or that, so I saw, well, there is less people there, so I go this way, And I just mix with all these people that are looking at me and say, so what? I just want to go out. There were all this staff member and all this stuff. I just want to go get out of here. Here, there, different does it make? And then I go out of the gate and I remove myself, see, from the gate. And I put myself against the wall and holding my cushion there. And I was like this, holding the cushion. And suddenly this man came to me and hold my arm, right? And I didn't associate the question with the answer, right? This old man hold my arm. Yes, he look at me and looks down, goes like this and smiles and let go of my arm and go away. And I said, good. Who is it? What's going on? And then the friend that came with me to Tiruvannamalai talked to me about satsang. First time I hear satsang, the word satsang. And so they both you, Baba, speak about self-inquiry. You like self-inquiry, Ramana's teaching. So oh, really? Yes, 10 o'clock in the morning somewhere. And I went there. And there was a Spanish group, small. And I said, this is the so-called satsang. And see, yes, we're waiting for the person is going to speak. And I'm sitting there. To my surprise, you see, like a dwarf, he came, walking through the bushes, the garden. This man showed up, and he was the one that was holding my arm. And everybody was spiritually, diplomatically quiet, meditating, all that. And he said, well, if there are no questions, so any question, because otherwise, what's the point? Say, I have a question. Right? Then I explained to him all this is happening, and I spent 6 months, and then I went to Tiruvannamalai, and boom, and then in and out, and how can I? I said, good, very good, very good. And then when I read the inquiry, it didn't work until I listened from him somehow. Bring the attention from the object to the subject, from the seen to the seer. Object disappears, subject disappears. Seen disappears, seer disappears. What remains is what sees. Experience as what oneself is. Hold my hands and say, thank you. I didn't know I could do it that. I just didn't say anything else anymore. That's it. That's my question. It is your answer. I was like around 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was too tired. I didn't know I could do it there. Otherwise, I would inquire there. We went for lunch, 11:30, 12. I was too tired. I went until darshan in the afternoon, 3 p.m. or something. Went for a nap or whatever. Darshan finished, and Baba went into the interview room. And I went. People will go outside. I just went at the back of the mandir. I said, okay, I will do the inquiries. I was seated there. And Baba came out and sat on a chair. It was very rare. There was very little amount of people, but I didn't feel like going forward, or I just stay at the back. It was like, I don't know, at least good 50, 60 meters from me. It was there at the back. But somehow you feel acknowledged by his presence, right? And then I was thinking, about the inquiry. He was like, object, subject, seen, seer. Then I said, hold on a second. That's a scene, and I am the seer. Hey, come on, you are part of the... And he was happy that I was referring to him as an illusion, All this happens without much intellectual process. Just these things strikes you like a lightning somehow. Okay, well, I asked you about this, and you put this man, and I have to remove myself. You are the seen, I have to see the seer, so I have to ignore you. And he was... And in that moment, consciously, I could experience that egoless state, accompanied with something that vibration that somehow reveal itself here. This I can put it like that. Like a vortex of something just open up like that.
Yeah.
And I could somehow intellectualize it and say, I am that. I am what sees. I am consciousness. I am the self. And I burst into laughter. And as soon as I'm having the insight, he's like, okay. And when this begins to settle, then he stand up and left. Like, that's it. And job is done. And I was just laughing and laughing. And I said, my God, this, I am that. I am that. Obviously, I am that formless awareness or consciousness or whatever you like to call it, that which sees. Is I am that. It became obvious. I am that. And I have to go because the body became like boneless and Mr. Ratalal was there, watching, like watching me from there, sitting in a building in front of the mountain. I didn't notice it, so I left the place, barely could walk because my body was wobbly and I don't know, so much joy. It was, that thing was still vibrating there, shining, and I said, oh crap. And then I was seated there, see, on a staircase. And look at me and say, hey, why are you so happy? There's a stern look. But I could see something mischievous in his attitude. And I say, inwardly, like, why? What? Why am I happy? What do you mean by why? It's no why. I mean, and then he stand up and walked towards me and said, what were you doing? But it was more obvious the mischievous attitude. He said, I was doing nothing. I was just there. With myself, being myself. I said, with myself, being myself. I remember exactly my words. And then he burst into laughter. See, he couldn't and hold my hand. And started like two idiots swinging hands, like two children just laughing for no rhyme, no reason, acting like idiots. People were passing by and looking at us. We were like, he would look at me and do like this, like who cares, right? I said, where were you going? I said, I'm going to the canteen to have my breakfast. I said, what will you have for breakfast? I'm having a normal conversation. I'm functioning, right? But what is the ego? It's not that, right? I have my
That's nice.
porridge with a cup of coffee. I say, good, very good. See you in satsang. Then I just walked away and went for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
And I went to satsang and he looked at me and says, once we have a glimpse. And then he said to me then and before the breakfast thing and stuff, he said, do you see that if we are serious enough in a split second, we can have a glimpse of one's reality? I said, good. And where are you going? Then I went for satsang and the first thing, he just look at me and says, after a glimpse, takes a while, see, for that to become established in your not. Established means not there is nobody that get established, it's that the conviction that you are that becomes unshakable, right? There's no way back. And then he said to the people, if you can realize, why couldn't you? And then he started like pricing a little bit my attitude, whatever. And I was just looking down and said, why are you saying all that? And they started going there, seeing him. But I was not interested in anything that he was talking about. I was just hanging there. It was nice to be there. And then the ego kept coming back, see, in different, basically the spiritual one of Jesus things was just creeping. See, it was like, oh God. And he shook it out of me somehow.
Mm.
There was only one material thought, but it was associated somehow with spirituality, which is your spiritual half orange, right? No oranges in this garden. You are alone here. There's no half anything, right? So all that just went away.
That's right.
The spiritual romantic relationship, you know, the spiritual partner, you can go together into nirvana and all that stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying that it's possible, but and the monastic life and all that.
Mm.
And all that went away. See? So you are, again, empty-handed. See?
Yeah.
I didn't meet you in Tiruvannamalai, Tere. I met you in Thailand.
Good.
Yeah,
No, you met me in Tiruvannamalai,
Tiruvannamalai. And then you went to Thailand.
then we went to Thailand, yeah.
Where was I giving talks in Tiruvannamalai? In the Blue House?
It was upstairs in a house with like an open view of Arunachala. And like had a roof that was made out of grass or something.
What year
Or
was
thatch, like a thatch. Sorry?
What year was that?
That would have been maybe 2017.
2017.
When were you? It was the year before you were in Phuket.
Same year that I went to Phuket?
No, the year before.
Like a yellow house.
Oh, it was probably the yellow house. I think so, yeah.
Yeah. There was Ariana's house. She was living downstairs, an American lady. I was living on the second floor. And I built the roof. And normally I used to do that. Wherever I go, I will build the roof
Oh, okay.
and just leave it there.
And do satsang.
And yeah, for the people, you know. So
Yeah.
a roof without the cover, forget it.
Mhm.
It takes like 2 days to build.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Normally it costs like, depends. That one, for this amount of meter, 80 square meter, I remember, 80, 90 was 30,000 rupees or something.
Right.
And I will buy the mats and the chairs and everything to do the setting and all that.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was. Oh, Jesus, look at the time.
Oh, right.
That's it.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Netflix time.
Netflix time. Yeah.
Thank you.
One gets distracted, that's okay. We become more and more tired. So more tired we become of the mind and fed up with, the more serious, if I may use that words, we become about this, more one-pointed, more like determination becomes stronger. You say, that's it, what's the point? So let me just focus
I'm
on
at that point.
just focus on myself and let everything to unfold as it's meant to, and that's it. Why work?
Yeah.
See, we become like a cloud. See, cloud is going here and there. It's like a no purpose. It's like
Yep.
you're blown by like a leaf by the wind. It's not real. Whatever the wind blows, you go, and that's it. See?
Yeah. That's how I ended up here.
Yes, yes. I'm telling you, it's like a, because you become aware that who is in charge, why this, that, and the other. It's just there. You can't help it, right?
Yeah.
As an individual or person, so who is in control? What if, and what difference does it make? Here, there, this, and that. So, bugger that. Okay. Because what really
That's
matters,
where the ego comes in.
what really matters, self-knowledge is what really matters. What the body is doing and where and all that is not, it's not the thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the inner state what is important. Friend, family, no friends, no family. India, here, there, this, that. That loses its grip, you know.
Mm. Mm.
Their life, spiritual life, all that means, all that just becomes meaningless, right? Single life, married life, family life, lonely life. See, all these concepts, see, thoughts, all these. In a way, you're always spaced out.
Yeah.
And you are not here, you know. This is there, but you are not here. Hi, hi.
Bye.
How many kilos of it? 200 grams. Still, you are spray see, in the shop. It's fantastic. See? Coffee, sure. Why not? What do you think about that? I don't.
Yeah.
Really, sometimes. Listen, what do you think about it? Absolutely nothing, to be honest with you.
I like that.
Do you think that the situation may change? Maybe. Hope so. Kind of sucks, but let's see, you know. It's true, but it's simple and it's sweet and short. Rah, 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 rah. And see how far this goes. It finishes there. Oh, okay. Normally, the meetings normally finish very quickly.
It's a good way to finish meetings.
Yes, but finish are very short somehow. This one has the longest and this one. Okay, good. Oh, good. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Caesar.
We pay extra hours for.
Time for bed over there.
No, no, my pleasure. Remember, I'm the sticker on your fridge. Remember to buy milk.
Who am I?
Remember, who am I? Okay. Sentido. No problem.